Subscribe to our YouTube channel and press the bell icon to get the latest updates.
What the Congress achieved in 70 years, the BJP has managed in just 7, which is a staunch high command culture. The week-long saga that played out in choosing between Himanta Biswa Sarma and Sarbananda Sonowal as the next Chief Minister of Assam proves just that. What happened was that the BJP top command, which is Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Home Minister Amit Shah, took a week to decide on who should be the next Chief Minister, summoned the two leaders to Delhi at the doorsteps of the High Command, and then just read out the decision to them. This is reminiscent of how the Congress has functioned for decades with its go to the Gandhis for every small issue, for every small problem approach, and that is what seems to be happening even in the BJP now. This was a tricky decision for the BJP, yes. The vote in Assam was a pro-incumbency vote, so it was difficult to just remove the sitting CM. Having said that, it's also true that the results in Assam, both in the last election and in this election, are to a great extent because of the smart strategizing, the smart planning and the execution that Himanta Biswa Sarma brings with him, the political experience that he brings with him. And yes, this was a sticky situation for the BJP to be in. However, the way things played out looked so evidently a reflection of the high command culture, the Congress culture that now seems to have seeped into the BJP. As I said, taking a week to take the decision and then just deciding on behalf of the state of Assam is what really happened. What should have happened was to put this issue to vote in the party's legislative meet. But no, just like the Congress, it was the top leadership that decided on what should happen next. Now this sticky situation, this difficult decision should not have come as a surprise to the BJP. I'm pretty sure it did not come as a surprise to the BJP. The party knew exactly how difficult this decision was going to be, which is why it fought these assembly elections with no CM face. Ironically, just like its rival, the Congress party. Both parties, the High Command decided that they wanted to avoid factionalism at this point ahead of elections, and so both went ahead without a clear CM candidate. Now, make no mistake, if the Congress had won this election, the scenes that played out in the BJP would have exactly been the same in the Congress. All these leaders who were perhaps vying for becoming the chief minister would have come to Delhi, would have been at 10 Janpad, would have been talking to the Gandhis, and then the Gandhis would have read out the decision to them. So that's exactly what seemed to have happened even in the BJP. This is just a cementing of this high command culture that seems to be slowly growing in the BJP. This is not the first such instance. If you look at how various state units have been fighting among themselves, whether it's Karnataka, whether it's Rajasthan, or whether it's Assam, the top leadership of the party, and I've argued this in the past in my column, have allowed these to fester, have allowed these kind of factionalism to simmer, to suit their interests, to suit their benefits. So they've always played camps. The high command has basically controlled the state units of these parties and the factionalism that happens within these state units. JP Nadda's elevation as party president is another instance. Why did Narendra Modi and Amit Shah decide on him? It is evident it's because they knew that they could practically run the party themselves with JP Nadda as president, who is a loyalist. In fact, our political editor TK Singh has argued in the past how JP Nadda has been reduced to a mere rubber stamp by the party's top leadership. The problem with Narendra Modi and Amit Shah is that they want to run the country, they also want to run the party. Now, why is this high command culture and why is this week-long saga in Assam so jarring, particularly jarring? It's because at this point, the country is battling an unprecedented pandemic, and all the energies, all the focus of the top leadership of the party and of the top leadership of the government, which is the Prime Minister and the Home Minister, should be on fighting the pandemic, and instead it has been on sitting on making a decision on who should be the next Chief Minister of Assam. All of these calling a meeting of the legislative party in Assam, meeting of the MLAs, Narendra Singh Tomar announcing it, JP Nadda sitting through these meetings. All of these are just optics, really. BJP knows who made the decision. Everybody knows who made the decision. In fact, according to sources privy to the matter, sources in the BJP, in the meetings that were held in Delhi, it was mostly Mr. Amit Shah who did the talking. He is said to have assured Sarbananda Sonowal that this was not a punishment for him, that his government had done well, that he ran the government well, but it was just time to give Himanta Biswa Sarma a chance. So essentially, that was the kind of messaging that the top leadership gave out. As I said, the top leadership making all the decisions. Now, this is so reminiscent of the Congress. This is how the Congress has functioned for decades. I mean, one doesn't need a better example than what happened in 2014 when Congress President Sonia Gandhi declined the post of Prime Ministership after objections were raised to her foreign origin and anointed trusted aide, senior leader Manmohan Singh to be the Prime Minister. Anointed being the key word. So it was the High Command that decided, High Command in the Congress is equal to the Gandhis, that decided who the next Prime Minister of the country should be. Precisely what the BJP now, that's the functioning of the BJP now. In fact, it's so ironic for a party like the BJP, which threw up Narendra Modi into the national scene as the PM candidate ahead of 2014 through a fair contest that happened in its meet in Goa, despite the objection of then party leaders, top party leaders, LK Advani, Murli Manohar Joshi, etc. So that is how the internal democracy in the BJP has now been diluted to being just the will of the top command, of the high command. As I said, reminiscent of the Congress. Look at the recent CWC meet in which it was again decided to defer internal party polls. Now, why would you need internal party polls and why would you need fresh faces when you have the Gandhis to run to for everything? So that is the kind of thinking that happens in the Congress. The Congress has always been a party where the high command solves even the smallest of disputes. Every small issue comes to the doorstep of 10 Janpad. The PM has been picked by the Gandhis, CMs are picked by the Gandhis. So it's entirely around the high command, and that culture now is coming to the BJP. In fact, ironically, for Himanta Biswa Sarma, it was this high command that forced him to leave the Congress in 2015, that did not recognize his worth in the state and that chose to side with the Gogois in Assam, which forced Himanta Biswa Sarma to leave the party. And ironically, it is this high command now, culture now, that in the BJP seems to have worked in his favor. We all know the state the Congress is in today. It's this adherence to this staunch, controlling, micromanaging high command that has made the party reach a point where it stares at this dark, deep abyss. And if the BJP really continues down this path, it may find itself in the same place. But of course, Narendra Modi and Amit Shah think that they are undefeatable, that nothing can happen to them. And they've become so powerful in the party, they've become so completely in control of the party, that there is an unhealthy micromanagement that happens by them of the entire party, of the way the party functions, of who does what in which state unit. And as a result of that, not only is the BJP developing this very, very staunch high command culture, which, as I've argued in this column, it's unhealthy. As a result of that, it also means that the focus of the top leadership of the government is so much on party affairs instead of being on governance and administration. And that is something the BJP has to at some point recognize and think about. For more, you can log on to our website, theprint.in, to read my column Politics.